Good morning, guys. Hope you guys are having a great day. Had a safe Halloween. Personally, I'm not feeling my best, kind of cold, so I'll keep the pre-market a bit short today. My throat's really messed up, but well, it's that season when you get sick, right? October, November. But SPY, looking at the chart, just a very nice little uptrend, right? If we just zoom out, it's a very nice chart from the pandemic. A nice little uptrend if you just invested and just held it long term, right? Obviously, but along the way we do get some action where we get resistance supports and whatnot. Because we're trading options, we have to go through the day-to-day action, right? For long term, I wouldn't even look at it. I would just put some money in it every 3 months and just leave it there, right? There is growth. As long as the 500 companies grow in America, long term we grow. As simple as that. The SPY right here, it's on Friday. The best thing that happened was it opened low, right? Just for Thursday's prices, and it took out everything. It took out all-time highs and closed right at the top, right? Who expected that the month-end action? Right? For the monthly, it was a very bullish action. So if you look at the monthly candles, right? So for the monthly, it's just a very bullish candle, and usually after a big candle like this, it either just tops a little bit or continues going, in most cases, right? And here the chart may look a little extended, but then again, your y-axis matters. This is something that I always say to people. The way you put your y-axis, it will change your views on the chart. If I keep this chart like this, it looks fine, nice little uptrend. But if I extend my y-axis, it looks way too extended. I should short the stock, right? So when you're looking at the charts, just make sure your scale is well set, that you don't fall for like your y-axis. Sometimes this will make you think it needs to be short. This will make you think, oh, it's in a nice little uptrend, right? So these things change your mind, right? So just make sure when you look at the charts, they're nicely well scaled. All right. Now, on the daily action, as long as we hold above Friday's high, as long as we hold above Friday's high, which was roughly 400 or open 455, as long as we hold above 455, I'll write this number here, right? Hold above 455, 450 should not be broken. All right, should not be broken. If 450 is broken, right, likely top short term. Okay, so we need to hold above 455, hold above 455, and right here, these notes, hold above 445, 450 should not be broken. If 450 is broken, it likely confirms the toppy short-term action, right? Now, Christy, if you're listening pre-market, right, you want to know what a toppy action is, what exactly it means, right? When SPY was running here, back in September, and it had a hard time closing above, this price and continue a nice little uptrend. It started making this toppy action. There was more selling, right? Buyers closing. They tried taking back up, then sellers came, pushed it down, and it wasn't able to hold above. And that's when a top reaction occurs, that it likely goes down. Right now, based on BTC USDT, we were talking about the top reaction, right? So let me look at this chart. I haven't looked at BTC for a while, so I'm just following. Now here, there's a few things, right? A pattern. One is a nice little base, a cup, and a handle. If it breaks, okay. If it here it was a little toppy, but here if it breaks lower than 60,000, right? If it goes under 60K, that probably takes us much lower towards 55K. But for now, as long as we stay above 60,000, it's consolidating, and we might actually see a run up, a nice little huge breakout. All right, some news are supposed to come out in November, so let's see how how the crypto reacts. Q's back to tech. Same thing as SPY. Same thing as SPY. 382.50 is must hold. As long as we continue holding about 382.50, we are upside. And then again, 380 should not be broken to the downside here. 380 must hold. All right, must hold for November. And there's a stat that Tom Lee posted, or I posted in pre-market prep, that usually from May till October, if S&P is up a certain percentage, since 1950, 20 out of 20 times SP ran until May again from November. Right, it's in pre-market somewhere, just read it. So 20 out of 20 times it ran, and we're in the same scenario now. This will be the 21st time. Does that stat stand true, that we go 21 out of 21, right? So just keep that in mind. And we do have the Fed on November 3rd. On November 3rd, we do have the Fed, so just keep that in mind, okay? Now, some certain stock, Tesla, was very up nice pre-market, it's still going to be up nice pre-market, right? Very strong. And when this squeezes, it just goes a lot higher. On Tesla, one thing that I will give you guys right here, I'm going to give you guys a play on Tesla right now, Okay, and it will be, if it happens like that, it's going to be likely a hit. Just pay attention. Tesla's probably going to open around 11:40. Okay, Tesla's going to open around 11:40. I'll draw the chart for you. If it opens at 11:40, there might be a certain squeeze to the upside. Then this scenario will not work. Okay, but if Tesla dips towards roughly 11:24ish, I would say. If Tesla dips, I'm going to write this down here for you guys. If Tesla dips towards 11:24ish and holds above 11:14 and then takes out 11:40, we likely see 11:60 plus by end of day today. All right, we likely see 11:60 by the end of day today. So if Tesla dips today towards 11:24, and if it holds above 11:14, and then if it takes up 11:40 again sometime during the day or right in the morning, it might happen within 5, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, because it's going to make some big moves. We're likely going to see 11:60 by the end of the day, maybe even 1200. All right. So Tesla in the morning on the 5 minute, if it dips towards 11:24ish, 11:26, 11:25, whatever, and maybe as long as it holds above 11:14, and then it comes back and takes out 11:40, right? We likely see 11:60 and 1200. All right, so that's one scenario on Tesla, which is very, very possible based on these technicals. This is just from my experience what happens after certain moves. So this is something that's possible on Tesla. That's all I'm going to go over. NIO, they also have some news out today, right? I was reading, and I tried to read as much as I could. But they had a decline, right? And decline is not good in the EV market. Usually there's an increase always by a huge number. So they're probably doing something with their manufacturing ramping, whatnot. I still gotta read more into it, but that has taken the stock down. Today, if it recovers above 40, right? So if NIO, so for NIO right now, if it goes over 40, I'll be bullish. Until then, I will avoid. All right. Until then, I will avoid. Now, don't forget on NIO. Remember one thing: NIO's had a huge gain in the last 1 year. It went from a penny stock under $5, from $3 all the way to $70. From $3, it's still trading at $40. It's still up over 1,000% on equity in like 1 year. All right, so it's still a huge move. So it might stay sideways for a long time. Just keep that in mind. But if we go over 40, I'll be bullish. XPEV, impressive news. Their deliveries are up, right? They showed growth. NIO showed, deceleration to a downside, but XPEV showed growth. XPEV, nice little bull flag pattern here, is holding these prices. In the past, when it tried, it went down. But here, as long as we continue holding above 46, 47, right? As long as we're above 47-ish, we'll probably see 50. And today, we might actually see all the way towards 52, 51 to 52. Today, we might see 51, 52 on this name. All right. So as long as we hold these levels, and always the squeeze is possible, all the way to 60. All right, depending on the news. And then Lucid had the delivery numbers. Right, impressive, good. The cars are eye-turning. Lucid is a very good-looking car. They're attracting a lot of customers. Okay. Again, we have the spreads. They will be up nice pre-market. We're opening green. But Lucid, I'm just gonna say one thing. As long as we hold above 38, the first target is above 50 plus, and then we have 60 plus on Lucid, and it will happen very fast when it happens. As long as we hold above 38, right? And I'm not looking for upside on NIO. I'm just looking for a 38 hold. If we continue holding 38, here's what I mean when I say hold. I'm gonna show you what I'm trying to say on hold. We have leaps on Lucid. We're up really nice on them. In fact, we're up over 100%. This is what I mean by hold. When a stock squeezes, where did they go? This is what I mean by a hold. Alright, so Lucid, if it flags out and continues holding above 38, we're probably going to see 50, 60 in the coming weeks. Maybe it happens this week, maybe it happens next week. Alright, that's what I mean by a hold. So as long as that continues happening, on NIO right here, we might see a squeeze. Or maybe they just take it up from here. But if 38 fails, then it's not holding above the level that it should. Then it's showing weakness, it's showing sellers above this one. It's going to be very hard for it to go up. So 38 is must on Lucid. Amazon, if you're playing, I think on earnings weren't bad. I mean, they missed, but again, that's still a lot of revenue and money, right, for a company. Closed above the 200-day moving day average. went right above the 50-day moving average almost, and today if it continues going up, the only number I have for many weeks that we've been saying, there's one number, and I gave you guys the why that number we chose, right, was 3463. Above 3463, we likely see 3500 plus and all the way to all-time highs on Amazon. All right, why 3463, right? Because this is the number it's trying to have trouble always breaking, and now if it should go above 3463, we will see a lot of demand on Amazon. They're probably going to take tech higher. All right, and then bonds are increasing on one side, but the stocks are still going up, so that's something that you guys can look into, read more, and understand the market movement. But Amazon takes a 3463, we go 3500. So until then, we can still see downside. So if you're in these stocks and options, just manage your account, go with the small sizes, and you will be fine. All right. Now we added last week, right? Some of you guys played weekly. There's nothing wrong with that. If I made the move, you guys would have got paid big. I bought this week's all-time highs, a nice little gap up. If you're in the spreads with us, right, you should be up 150 to 200% right at the open. And if now gets 720 today, we'll be up 400% on our spreads, and I'll probably take my profits. All right. So now, as long as we continue holding above, I'll give you a number. Now, as long as we hold above 694, if it gets 694, in my opinion, it's a dip buy. If it gets it, but this might just squeeze up right in the morning. Okay. So now, as long as we hold above 694, I'm not worried. We probably see 730, 740 by the end of the week. That's just my prediction. So 694 is a must hold. If it sells, if it trades lower than 694, that's weakness. Then we probably test all the way towards 660. All right. If 694 is broken, we go all the way towards 660, in my opinion. Okay. So 694 has to hold no matter what. And guys, I think with this, I'll end it early. That was a lot for me, and just manage your account. No need to rush. We had a lot of trades last 2-3 months. Absolutely ripped it. It's okay to not to trade sometimes, but I think the market is going to present us a lot of opportunities to the upside here. Let's see. For the first 15 minutes, I'm going to watch the market. I'll bring the voice chat. I'll try to talk as much as I can, and we'll see what the market gives us. So just manage your accounts, and Yash, congrats. You're going to make some good money today. And with this, see you guys back in the chat, guys.